evening, everyone. I am Jelly Danka, your host for tonight, and this is the search for SGD Faces Ambassadress Grand Finale. For the last few months, we started the online screening for this season, and now we are about to witness the Grand Finale. This season, we have 27 grand finalists, 14 girls from the preteen category and 13 girls from the teen category. Tonight, we will witness the last 3 segments for this season. These are the following: summer competition, long gown competition, and the advocacy video. Before I introduce the board of judges, let me tell you the criteria for judging. To determine the grand winners, these girls must be the highest in total combined scores of summer wear, which is 25%, long gown, which is 25%, and advocacy video, which is 50%, with a total of 100%. Now, are you ready? Let me introduce the board of judges. Our judge number 1 is Miss Teen Tourism World Philippines 2021. She's a model, actress, and academic achiever. Let us all welcome Miss Desiree Joyce Calope.
Hi.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. For our judge number 2, she is a graduate at USP Creative Arts and Modeling Academy 2018, graduated at One Light Event Management 2018, commercial model and actress, freelance model. She graduated at Maleficent Models Academy, and she's the SGD Teen Ambassadress 2019. Let's all welcome Miss Via Samantha Saldo. Hi, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Our judge number 3 is the SGD Faces Teen Ambassadress, the SGD Faces in-house model, SGD Faces Modelo Mentor. Let us all welcome Miss Anne De Lumen. Good evening po. Our judge number 4 is the SGD Faces Mother Guild freelance event coordinator and proud mompreneur. Let's all welcome Miss Desley Aguilar. Good evening po. And our last judge, who is the chairman of the board, she studied at Luis Bernardo Memorial High School, a freelance makeup artist, costume maker, model and artist, handler, Miss Gay Louisiana 2013 first runner-up, Miss Gay Señorita 2014 first runner-up, Mutya ng Ikatlong Lahi 2017 title holder, Miss Gay Galactica first runner-up, Miss Q&A former candidate, Miss Gay San Buenaventura 2018 first runner-up, Miss Gay Universe 2018 third runner-up, Miss Gay Calabarzon 2018 first runner-up, Miss Gay Gulang Gulang second runner-up, Reina de Pagsawitan 2018 second runner-up, Miss Gay Ambassadress 2019 title holder. Let's all welcome Miss Marian Lee Arakan.
Good evening, Miss Julie Danka.
Good evening po, Miss
Good evening. Napakaganda mo tonight, ang ating host.
Thank you. Oh, you too. Now, our dear judges, I have questions for you before we start. Let me ask Miss Desiree, Miss Marian, and Miss Via about your expectations for tonight. Miss Marian, would you like to go first?
Syempre, alam natin, grand finals na to, no? So, ina-expect ko lang na mas pasabog at dito talaga ibubuhos ng ating mga candidate ang kanilang 100% ng talino. Hindi lang ganda ang hinahanap natin dito, bagkus kailangan din natin yung personality and brain. So yun, ang expectation ko ngayon. Thank you, Miss Julie Danka.
Miss Marian. Inner beauty is also important when it comes to pageants. Miss Desiree, what are your expectations for tonight?
So, I really have a high expectation for this tonight because we're talking about modeling. So, we want to see or saw how the ladies would walk with their attire, and especially with their beautiful faces. That's all.
Yes, I agree. Miss Via, may I ask for your expectations tonight?
So expectation ko po is like what they've said. I think in-expect ko is yung fashions and yung pag-rampa nila sa mga damit and also sa mga designs na kung saan is mape-present nila which is the beauty and not just the fashions. And also, yung sinabi nga po ni Miss Marian, this the beauty, na hindi lang po tayo puro brain. And also, ang pinaka-expect ko po dito is yung pag-improve ng runway walk po nila. That's all. Thank you.
Yes, I think we're all excited to see the candidates and their attires. Our next question is that we have 3 segments, and from among those segments, ano po yung kaabang-abang sa lahat? Like for me, I'm excited for the advocacy segment. I would like to ask Miss Desley and Miss Ann to answer. Miss Desley, would you like to go first? What happened to Miss Desley? Actually, we'll ask Miss Marian instead. Miss Marian, which is your favorite segment among the 3?
Actually, sa lahat ng favorite ko na segment sa mga contest na sinasalihan ko is yung advocacy. Dahil ito yung pinaka-importante pagdating sa isang contest, kung paano ka makakatulong, makaka-inspired sa ibang kabataan at sa iba pang mga gustong sumali sa ganitong klase ng patimpalak. And that's all, Miss Jilly Danka. Thank you.
Oh, that's true. That's my favorite segment too. We really get to have a taste of the candidate's mind. Miss Anne, would you like to answer your favorite segment for tonight? Miss Anne, you're muted po.
Okay, for me is yung evening gown. Evening gown, parang yun kasi yung pinaka-highlight sa mga pageant and gustong-gusto kong makita yung iba't ibang sila ng kung paano nila to madadala yung yun lang.
Okay, thank you. I'm excited for that too. Alright, thank you so much, judges, for sharing your thoughts and expectations. Now, let's all witness the first segment, which is the summer wear. The summer wear is 25% of the total scoring system. It's divided into 3 criteria. These are the following: wrap and pose, 10%, stage presence and creativity is 10%, and overall execution is 5%. Are you all excited? Let's start to watch the candidates in their summer wear.
Vem pagar lenha, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é dia de sol, alegria de cordão, é curtir o verão. Traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é dia de sol, alegria de cordão, é curtir o verão.
Vem, paga a lenha, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é dia de sol, alegria de cordão, é curtir o verão.
lenha, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordão, é curtir o verão. Traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordão, é curtir o verão.
Vem, paga a lenha, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordão, é curtir o verão.
Paga a lenha, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordão, é curtir o verão. Traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordão, é curtir o verão.
Vem, paga a lenha, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordão, é curtir o verão.
traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordó, é curtir o verão. Traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordó, é curtir o verão.
Vem pagar lenha, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordó, é curtir o verão.
Paga lenha, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordó, é curtir o verão. Traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordó, é curtir o verão.
Vem pagar lenha, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordó, é curtir o verão.
fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordó, é curtir o verão. Traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordó, é curtir o verão.
Vem pagar lenha, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordó, é curtir o verão.
Traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordó, é curtir o verão. Traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordó, é curtir o verão.
Vem pagar lenha, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordó.
a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordão, é curtir o verão. Traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordão, é curtir o verão.
Vem pagar lenha, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordão, é curtir o verão.
Paga lenha, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordão, é curtir o verão. Traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordão, é curtir o verão.
Vem pagar lenha, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordão, é curtir o verão.
Taca a lenha, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de coió, é curtir o verão. Traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de coió, é curtir o verão.
Vem pagar lenha, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de coió, é curtir o verão.
Taca a lenha, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de coió, é curtir o verão. rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordão, é curtir o verão.
Vem pagar lenha, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordão, é curtir o verão.
Paga a lenha, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordão, é curtir o verão. Traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordão, é curtir o verão.
Vem pagar lenha, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordão, é curtir o verão.
traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordão, é curtir o verão. Yeah, 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 yeah. rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordão, é curtir o verão.
Vem, Magalhães, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer a maçã. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de cordão, é curtir o verão.
And those were our candidates in their beautiful summer wear. I absolutely loved the vibe. It was very lively and it was very colorful and it was just really fun to watch. So we will be proceeding to our next segment, which is the gown competition. So stay tuned because we will be continuing after this short break. Before we proceed to our second segment, I encourage everyone to follow our social media accounts. We're very consistent with our names, so our YouTube channel is SGD Faces, our TikTok account is SGD Faces, our Facebook page is SGD Faces. So now, let us all witness the second segment, which is the gown competition. Are you all excited for our dear candidates runway with their beautiful gowns? I am. Let's begin! The gown competition is actually 25% of total scoring system. The gown competition is divided into 3 criteria. These are the following. Ramp and pose is 10%, stage presence and creativity is 10%, and overall execution is 5%. Again, are you all ready? Let's watch our candidates runway in their beautiful gowns. And those were our dear, beautiful candidates in their elegant gowns. It was definitely such a pleasant sight to see them. So we will actually be moving on to our last segment, which is the long-awaited advocacy videos. So stay tuned because we will be continuing after a short break. Before we proceed to our last segment, again, I encourage everyone to follow our social media accounts, our YouTube channel, SGD Faces, our TikTok account, SGD Faces, and our Facebook page, SGD Faces. And now, let us all witness the exciting advocacy videos. The criteria for the advocacy videos are that it is a 50% of the total scoring system. The advocacy video is divided into 3 criteria, which are the following. Delivery of speech is 20%, relevance and content are 20%, and fluency and confidence are 10%. Are you all excited? Let us watch our dear candidates and their advocacy videos.
I stand to be the voice of the youth. Coronavirus is the biggest challenges we ever experience. For a young girl like me, very active, a dreamer, and as well as an achiever. This pandemic changes many people's lives. Some lost their jobs, and even others lost their loved ones. Each one is down on their knees to pray. I am happy to be alive with all my dreams, and my faith have become stronger, and that all this happening around the world will end soon eventually, and as long as my friends and my family are with me. I believe that we can overcome this pandemic. I am Kalilvanis, young but a fighter and a dreamer. The world is full of wonderful creations to see. Let us help one another to inspire and empower. Don't forget to pray and continue to do good deeds and be an inspiration to others, because I believe that everyone in our generation can make a difference. Remember that we should value ourselves, because self-love is important, so we can be the best version of ourselves. Thank you.
I value education so much, for I believe that it's really the best treasure no one can snatch from my hand. So when this unexpected pandemic came, I was one of the million youth who felt devastated and broken. Somehow, I also lost the enthusiasm to study. In a glance of eye, everything changed. But I realized that being in this situation is not the end for me. This should not stop me from becoming the person I want to be. So if I were to be SGD Faces Ambassadress, my main advocacy would be for the advancement of good education, proposing building mini community libraries where youth can be given enough resources and conducive place to study, like having workshops on talent enhancement where we can choose to be us and we are really passionate about. So my dear youth, this pandemic should not imprison our heart to fear. This situation might crush us, but definitely did not destroy us from the fact that we are still the future of this country and of this world. This is Lian Sandagapi, City of Manila. Thank you!
Crown is nothing if you won't use it to amplify your voice or use it for the betterment of the society. I have always been taught that being a model or a beauty queen is just about being pretty or being famous. It is a deeper meaning, responsibility, and essence that not everyone seeks to embody. As a young model, being looked up to by youth, I aim to abolish the tilted and unreasonable beauty standards that our society has created. I am a strong advocate of women empowerment and body positivity, allowing people to be comfortable in their own skin and be confident and beautiful in their own unique ways. The fashion and pageant industry have always had standards which become mere epitome of beauty. And those standards have unknowingly and insensitively disregarded other body types, skin color, height, and facial features. And these things is just unbearable. I said to myself that I have to do something, which is why I stand in front of you, proud of my flaws, proud of imperfections, trying to inspire everyone that being flawed is okay, and we are all perfectly imperfect. Thank you.
Good day, I'm Hannah May Santos, your SGD Faces Ambassadress from Giginto, Bulacan. My advocacy is health and fitness. Kaya po ito napili kong advocacy para bigyang pansin ng mga kagaya kong kabataan. Ang alagaan ng kanilang kalusugan ay importante, lalo sa panahon ngayon na may kumakalat na sakit. Tulad ng COVID-19, hindi lang bata ang tinatamaan ng sakit na ito. Matanda man o mayaman o mahirap, pwede kang tamaan ng sakit na ito. Ang simpleng pamaraan ng pagkain ng gulay, prutas at pag-inom ng gatas, mas mabilis din natin maiwasan ng iba't ibang sakit. Samantalang pag-ehersisyo, pagja-jogging at pagpapapawis, mas mabilis natin maiwasan ng iba't ibang sakit kasabay na rin nito ang paglusog ng ating mga puso at dugo na dumadali sa atin. Maraming salamat po.
Individuals represent and speak up for themselves with support, either individually or collectively. The support can be in a paid or unpaid capacity. Outward-facing models aim at securing service and support for the individual. Focus on ensuring the person's voice is heard. One of my advocacies in modeling is to promote the importance of education. believing that education is the strongest foundation to each and every powerful nation. Because through education we receive hope, and with that hope we receive light, and with that light we pursue our dreams for a better future. Let us develop the country's youth for societal growth. It aspires to mold learners and proactive Filipino youth to understand that society cannot succeed unless all its parts work together to address the nation's aspiration. Let's aim to remind students of the power they hold within each of them. There's an untapped potential for greatness, and they can choose to channel that greatness towards responsible and proactive citizenship. Jocelyn Salas, SGD Faces Ambassadress, City of Iriga.
Hello everyone! My name is Clarina Rain Manwiit, 10 years old from the city of Pines, Baguio City. My advocacy is self-empowerment through education. During this pandemic time, kids lost focus on their studies, especially that there is no face-to-face classes. That is why I want to promote my advocacy to help, inspire, and motivate children to do good on their studies. No matter how hard the situation is, that this pandemic will not be a hindrance to a better future. That's all. Thank you.
Models is not just good in photographs and runway shows, but someone who has the fashion sense of responsibility and purpose. So here I am to inspire young learners by sharing my experiences in modeling and pageantry for them to aim high, do what they really love, be confident, and love their flaws. Because there is no perfect in this world. It is just how we accept and cherish ourselves and live life as a better person. Again, I'm Nahira Ebon M. Moyano, 9 years old from Lingayen, Pangasinan. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Matina Nicole Bercasio Tumampo from Olongapo City. As a youth, I am here in front of all of you to inspire others by showing my experience and confidence. That very situation we faces like this. In this time of pandemic, we can still move forward and achieve our dreams. And be positive always because everything happened for a reason. Pandemic situation, I want to show that this pandemic that we faces is not an obstruction to achieve our dream. Joining a competition in this time of pandemic situation it's never been easy. But now, I am here to fight and I will be the instrument and voice of all of the youth to lead a better country and for a better world. And again, this is Atina Nicole Bercasio Tumampo from Olongapo City and that's my advocacy. Thank you po.
My name is Ann Kylie Rhea. I grew up in different places due to my family situation. I am the only girl in the family of 4. I can say that we are not a well-off family, but compared to others, we are lucky enough to eat 3 times daily. As a part of a young generations, I completely understood the meaning of hunger. Hunger and malnutrition is a worldwide problem. They impact the growth and development of children. When I was in Manila, I saw a lot of children in the street looking for food in the garbage bin and begging for money to buy some food. As a young age, I was devastated to see this situation, to feel how they feel, to get hungry for days and sleep with no food on their stomach. and to wake up on the same situation again and don't know where to get their next meal. This made me sad. And since then, I started giving and sharing in my own way. If I saw kids on the street, I always share what I have, like my school allowance or my packed lunch. For me, no amount is too small or too little to keep the other children happy and see the smile on their faces. My auntie, who is a nurse in Australia, together with my family, started feeding indigenous people here in Oriental Mindoro, they call the Mangyans. We focus with the children and seniors. Same as the other children, they also suffer from malnutrition. We prepared nutritional food for them, at least once a month, and we also collaborated with the Mommy Kids Feeding Program to feed the young children every week. We all want children to be healthy so they can protect themselves from any diseases. I believe that we all can be part of this advocacy. Let's start from small and simple action. I challenge everyone to bring positive change in our communities, to not waste food and to learn how to share. Today, I tell my story and advocacy, hoping to inspire others to not waste our time but treasure it, to bring hope and keep believing that one day, no child will ever go hungry. Yun lang po.
The true power of beauty is found in the kindness of our hearts and definitely in the sincerity of our loving actions. To be a true model with a heart is more than just a pretty face or a conventional model body type. It is to have untainted goals and pure soul. Both qualities which I believe I possess with the help of my family and friends. I am blessed to have a supportive family where they taught me wonderful qualities such as kindness and humility. Their guidance helped in molding my personality, creating my own dreams, and continuing my advocacy. I am overflowing with joy and happiness. I feel an innermost amount of love. And these are the things I would like to share to the world. I know that I can help and inspire people in achieving their heart's desires. I can be their beacon to becoming their own model with a heart. As a youth, I always want to give back and help the most vulnerable in our society. I promise that I will continue to help because everyone deserves our basic needs, especially during this pandemic. I'm always happy to help to those who are close to my heart, particularly senior citizens and children specifically for education. Every child is a right dream and discover all their potentials. As a famous Cesar said, the youth is the hope of our future. Being a model with a heart will always be important to make change in our society. We are not just children, but rather we are trailblazers at an early age. We have adapted to the fast-changing world, and we continue to grow in a world with information going fast and technology getting better. We are called digital natives who think and process information differently. Being a close contact with computers, mobile devices, and other social media platforms. We have naturally adopted modern ways of communication and developed dynamic styles of observing various information. We can use that platform to encourage everyone to continue spreading kindness and providing helpful information. Join me. Let's spread love and kindness. Let's work together. Let's help each other our own little way. Mother Teresa said, it's not how much we give, but how much love we put into giving. Let's help and support our community, especially now that we are facing challenges worldwide. Let's donate books, pencils, and papers to continue their dreams, as I believe education is the key to open the door to a better future. If I'll become the next SGD Faces Ambassador, I will continue to inspire other people and other children to never stop learning, to never waver in fear of uncertain tomorrow. As long as we have strong mind to show people and heart to serve, then we can be whatever we want to be. This is Kizia for the Castañaras. Let's move forward to a world may every child may continue to live, dream, learn, and inspire. Let's spread love and be Jesus to everyone.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Naika Zairil, PD Matulog, but you can call me Naida from San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. This is my advocacy. Enhancing student vocabulary and reading comprehension is important to students like myself. It aids the development of focus memory, empathy, and communication skills. I promote reading is thinking program that help to boost reading comprehension and also improve our vocabulary. Students from 2 to 3-year-old can warm up their weekends with the storytelling and lessons that empower their communication skills. Knowledge is a seed that grows when you read. Intervention has a high success rate in adding individuals while improving reading abilities in immature individuals is scientifically more challenging. Success and in all disciplines at all levels of education. I believe that reading and comprehension is not only important to read and understand some things but to be able to communicate others too. Naniniwala po ako na dapat hindi lang marunong magbasa, dapat nauunawaan din ang binabasa nila for the better communication. Thank you po.
Self-empowerment building confidence to oneself. Helping others to believe in themselves as an example that I'm imperfect, but I know what I'm capable of. And to show my examples to others, we will build a strong and confident generation. I'm joining SGD Faces Ambassadress virtual modeling competition. Help me to improve myself and gain more confidence. And as you, we need a character where it can influence others. Wherein we live in our very hard time of pandemic, we need a strong character, a hero to protect us. Yet, and I stand as an example of a strong and confident Filipina, where I can influence others to believe in themselves. And yeah, no matter what. Thank you.
My advocacy is a student in a new normal. My realization in life with the whole pandemic happening is that it's funny how our 2021 comes and now it's coming to an end. Time saw by, saw past, our world completely turned upside down. What was normal become abnormal, and what is not normal become our normal. And now we call it new normal. Thinking about of all what happened this year, it's greatly affected every individual. And I myself, as a student, felt my fellow students, many could not afford and take the risk to continue their education. For the reason that the pandemic has affected their family source of income, and they could not enroll for the reason like no access to internet, loss of interest on the part of the students. These factors are holding schools and students back from achieving equality and equity in education that all students deserve. In this time of pandemic, we need lakas na loob. We should not let bad things to get the best of us. Continue studying even in this kind of pandemic. To my fellow students, please don't give up for achieving our goals. Because in this situation, there's still a beautiful world. Be cheerful. Strive to be happy. We will survive this pandemic. We must be gentle of ourselves, for we are child of God, no less than stars, nor trees. We have the right to be here. Thank you. This is Shian Tidelposa from Subic, Zambales.
At the present time, what we need is endurance and courage to show all around the world the ability we have to keep. This is the time to showing all that we are unique. Be self-confident and be brave in dealing with trials. No one else will help but you. We all have talent that the world is looking for. Move and help our nation. Be progressive by simply showing our own hidden talent. Our goals in life will be achieved eventually if we have a strong faith in ourselves. My advocacy is to help young people who have their hidden talent but lack of financial assistance. At my young age, I believe that we will have a better future, especially now in our country, because I truly believe into saying that children is our future. Indeed, but how can we achieve those if this young generation are afraid to showcase their talents and have hesitation in their hearts, and because of financial assistance as well? And when it happens, how can we build a better foundation in the future? My heart is full of nothing but gratitude to see my fellow children with such absolute talent. Don't be afraid to showcase your talent despite of triumphs. Instead, make some ways to fulfill what your heart desires. And at the end of the day, you, yourself, will be the strongest tower and image of strength to others. And so, I choose to help them by giving them half of my time, teaching them how to spread their talents without money involved, by teaching them how to be brave enough to face and to showcase their talents like me. I don't want to be a supermodel. I want to be a role model to my fellow youth, especially now that we are in the midst of pandemic. I truly believe that by pushing them to continue their dreams, they can make it to the top. Continue to soar higher, dream bigger, and don't stop dreaming. We all have differences, but we are one in making our country a better place to live in. I am Kate Laria Patan Sumailo from the province of Sultan Kudarat, and this is my advocacy that I want to push through. Thank you.
A pleasant day, everyone. My name is Gianamo G. Cuesta. This generation has experienced a lot of turmoils, chaos, and conflicts, especially in the midst of this pandemic. And alongside that, the issues of poverty, lack of education, and poor healthcare system are still remain. That's why I want to help the indigent people, the homeless, and especially the street children, because I believe that the youth is the hope of the nation. Because what will happen to the next generation if the hope of this nation are already struggling in today's generation? That is why my advocacy is to provide support and knowledge to those who need it the most. I'm also encouraging my fellow youth to share some basic knowledge because it will help the street children to enhance their learning skills. After all, the street children needs compassion, knowledge, and acquaintance. Especially in today's time, we need to fight and unite together and help those in need. We can be able to help in our own small way because our small help for them is a great thing for them. I will utilize my wisdom and humanity. I will also ensure a decent and equal treatment for everyone. I believe in doing meaningful works because God has given us all the abilities. Let us be an instrument of God to change the path of someone's life. Let's unite and act as one. Let's champion the positive changes for a brighter future. Thank you.
Everyone, I am Nadine Garcia and I firmly believe in the capabilities of young people. I know that each one of us has a unique talents and capabilities which can play a significant role in our society. Most often than not, the youth experiences loneliness, insecurity, and vulnerability, and they often have the urge to look out for affection and sense of belonging. That is why, as an advocate for youth empowerment, I would advocate the growth and development of the youth. This is why we should always be in front of them. This will not only focus on the physical, but on the mental, cognitive, emotional, and most especially in spiritual growth, as these are the most important aspect in a person's life. As young as they should already be aware and conscious of their growth and development in these different aspects of life. Furthermore, I believe that education is the key to a better society, a better country, and a better world. That is why I would also be an advocate for education. As a youth, I have seen the importance of being well educated. Just like our national hero once said, ang kabataan ang pag-asa ng bayan. We should mold and empower the youth because they will be the one leading this country in the future. As a modelo with the heart, I will empower my co-youth by educating them about the importance of mental health and taking good care of them. Okay, so young people are the forefront of change and innovation, and many of them have the drive to make things happen. Simply said, they need to be given the chance to succeed. I am standing here in front of all of you because I believe in the capabilities of the young people. Please acknowledge that each one of us has a potential to fulfill. With the help of the young people in our society, let us unite and be one in the making of a stronger society together. Thank you.
Amidst the pandemic, many lives have turned out differently. Our lives have been tough and devastated for years fighting for COVID-19 illness. This made me realize that this global issue affects the life of many, from the economy, businesses, education, and healthcare. These are only a few of the things that have been impacted, the most of this unprecedented issue. Together, we fight these challenges as we are known to be resilient as Filipino citizens. Nothing is impossible if we help hand in hand to make the world free from illnesses. As I grow up, I have been exposed to unfortunate children who never had a chance to learn and experience going to school. Nowadays, the way of education has been changed in an online platform and it requires technology for you to be improved. My advocacy is to push these children to never stop learning despite any challenges. I want to give them access to online education given that only a few can afford online access. We have an internet cafe which is a family-owned business and I always give time and way in everyone to do their online classes and things give time that they are most likely to do. I want to see this growing individual be skilled and work for their own dream. Nowadays, places like home were now converted to learning facilities and I believe that there's always a place to grow. Home is where a heart is and learning and comfort of your home is where something essential in this present time.
Education is weapon to lift their families from poverty and something that can never be taken away from a child. I'm an honor student and I want them to see me as their inspiration to excel in my any fields that they take and desires in life. Seeing these children with courageous minds and eagerness to learn is something that makes me feel overjoyed. I want to encourage these children to study and work hard and to be young professionals someday. In this given time, problems as teenage pregnancy are someday in given times problems as teenage pregnancies are getting high in rate. Teen mothers are more likely to drop out of getting in school. It sets back the it sets back lives of teenagers, and some of them don't go back to school after having babies because they are ashamed. Some see no reasons to go back to school, which is wrong. Without education, these days life is very difficult because you can get a good job without the qualifications. This I will continue to stand for if I become your next SGD Miss SGD Ambassadress to channel hope and fight for the love of learning to prevent any teenage problems. Join me to push this advocacy to creating a better place to live there when we're This day's life is very qualification. This I will continue stand if I'm your next SGD Ambassadress to channel hope and to prevent any teenage problems. This advocacy is creating a better place to live in where everyone earns respect, compassion, healing themselves from the sorrowful past. And that will be all. Thank you.
Youth empowerment is a process where children and young people are encouraged to take charge of their lives. But this does not mean they have to be equipped with right education and skills. We have to be engaged in the activities in the community, physical and well-being activities. Youth empowerment is a growing and developing new skills. The youth nowadays have an easy access developing their skills, learning through webinars and maximizing the resources around them. Young people can be more productive and be equipped with new skills if they know how to maximize the resources available. For example, instead of dancing using TikTok, why not learn skills on the web like sewing or growing produce on yard? Youth empowerment is an adult-youth partnership, being independent in learning life skills and making a wise decision, but with the guidance of their parents, in a way that they only provide such suggestions and alternatives and outlining implications, rather than telling young people how to behave. Youth empowerment provides social roles which give meaning and purpose for young people's life. For example, promoting a project. Very good project example that I joined and promoting is the Mumbidbid Taco project. It is a book donation drive in a public school which aims to help the youth empower their reading skills and grammar and comprehension.
Hi everyone, my name is Divine Ashley Rosie Merida from Labangan. So my advocacy is, in these days, everything has changed. We are adjusting to what is the new normal, and the world is different now. People change as well, but I know change is the only thing in this world that is consistent. So some people change in a way that we forgot to value the universal norm of helping people, even just our own. So little ways I stand and got the opportunity to be one of the volunteers in DSWS in helping people. So I started volunteering during the pandemic. Ever since the pandemic started, I saw how hard it is for some people to live these days. So many were unemployed, many companies closed and many were hungry. So I am so sad by this news, and I have watched every day, so I asked myself, what should I do to help them? So then I saw this post on Facebook that they are looking for volunteers in our barangay, and I then volunteered at first. They won't allow me to be part of it, but with the help of my cousin, I became one of them. So being part of giving people goods and experiencing it first was the most fulfilling feelings I've ever felt in my entire life. And I am also teaching kids here in our barangay the proper ways of littering. And one of the biggest problem of today's event is having a lot of masks floating in the oceans and riversides, as I've observed. So I always taught them to use a reusable mask instead of disposable ones, for it will ruin our Mother Earth. So I know what I'm doing right now may be a small, but I know someday it will be a great help, not just for me, but also for the future of the next generation. Thank you.
Cancer patients have a soft spot in my heart. My mom is a cancer survivor. I saw her pain when she was going through medication and how she fought for it. I stand here today because a big chunk of my beauty pageant stint is because of her. She believed in the potential that I have, and I want to thank her for her never-ending love and support in what I do. And I want to use this as a platform to be a voice, to spread hope, love, and courage for those cancer patients. And that whatever it is they're going through, they can overcome it, and that life is meant to be celebrated every day. Thank you.
My advocacy is human rights, freedom from discrimination, right to equality, right to recognize as a person, right to nationality, right to privacy and family life. They may choose to do community service or get involved in a service learning project. Human rights are important part of our lives. In fact, they are so much a part of everyday living that we can offer or often take them for granted. Consider how often you drink or clean water, eat food, go to school, say or write that what you think, practice a religion or not, or expect to be treated fairly by others. All of these everyday activities depend on the adequate protection of your human rights as well as those of others. Promoting and protecting human rights is everyone's responsibility.
Hello everyone, I'm Kim Gallego from Olongapo City. On my younger years, I experienced depression because of bullying and having low esteem. But I surpassed all of that because of my family and decided to be brave and strong for myself. So now I want to be an advocate in helping those teenagers that is struggling because of depression and mental illness. As a young youth, having a population of 46% of teenagers that is struggling with their mental health is very alarming. Because of the stigma that we all believe, only half of those affected receive treatments that result to teens to have a poor performance at school and increased risk of suicide. I want to help those teenagers that is fighting against the community stigma and battling against themselves. They need to be heard and let them feel that they are not alone on their battles in life. They deserve to be loved and not to be abused. They need understanding and not to be bullied. They need to be heard and not to be judged. Let's extend our hands for those people who is struggling with depression and mental illness. I myself use a social media platform to extend my love and support for them by simply saying, "How are you?"
How do you feel? You are brave. You are strong. You are valuable. You can do it. Can have a very huge impact for people who having depression and mental illness. We'll let them feel that they are not alone and they are loved. Let them feel that we have a safe community with equality and acceptance. Because I believe love and happiness can be found in our darkest time. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. This is your SGD finalist, Charvi M. Pobletin. COVID-19 pandemic may have disrupted education, formal and informal work, and access to healthcare services for all the youth. But we will not give up in defeat. As your SGD faces Modelo with a heart, I wanted to be the voice of the youth to develop ourselves having optimistic mindset. Of course, if you have a positive attitude in life, you will always look at the better side of things. You will always bring the positive out of every situation. This will keep your mind peaceful. One particular thing we can do is to involve ourselves on online activities like joining an essay competition, poster making, and modeling. This will be of great help in the youth. My second advocacy is to help our less fortunate youth by giving or donating clothes, books, and toys that can still be used. Thank you.
I am a Sheriffate from the City of Pines. I am here facing and showing everyone from different cities and provinces to share my own advocacy, which is to encourage youth to focus on their studies. We are all aware that students nowadays are facing a lot of challenges that made them depressed, stressed, and some commit suicide. I am more focused to those students who face it negatively. Ngayong pandemic, lahat kailangan mag-adjust. Isa na ang mga mag-aaral gaya ko na nahihirapan since it is a self-learning system. Yes, mahirap nga mag-aral, but all I can say is that we need to manage our time attentively. I encourage students like me to cope up with this new normal adjustment, just like having a time management, overcome yung pagiging mahiyain, or to confident when asking help from their teachers. We should encourage each other and focus on the positive side where and what education can bring us. I am a Sheriffate joined SGD Faces with a purpose, and it is to promote my advocacy and living a phrase that this pandemic isn't a reason for students to stop from studying hard and reaching our goals. That's all. Thank you.
In the year of 2020, we experienced the most frightening pandemic in our country. Many Filipinos have lost their loved one because of this. COVID is a difficult enemy because we cannot see it through our eyes. So as a modern youth during pandemic, we should be a role model for everyone. Simply following the protocols and carrying out activities to prevent COVID is a huge help to everyone to reduce the cases of COVID in our country. Because I believe that the small step if we work together. This is bring good result. I, Rysel Mitz Caballero Francisco, stand before you to show you what true youth is. Youth with love of neighbor, youth with love of country, and above all, youth for fear of God. I believe that I deserve to be SGD Faces Ambassadress because I am a woman with a good character. Yeah, I am a woman with a good character. That will be giving uniqueness among all of the candidates to be appointed Modelo. I believe that the most important characteristic of being Modelo is not only having a brain full of knowledge, because I believe that should be a characteristic of Modelo is to be heartful and love hands that are ready to accompany those in need. I believe that I deserve to be a crown in this contest because of quality I possess. Good evening, thank you very much, and God bless us all po.
Good evening, I'm Chloe Glantz Labaton Colyamco from President Rojas Capiz. One essential thing that I could introduce my peers is to empower themselves. Youth empowerment aims at creating healthier and higher qualities of life. For underprivileged or at-risk youth, this will help them expose themselves more on self-discovery, self-confidence, and self-acceptance. If as the youth, we'll be able to develop ourselves to become better and step out from our boundaries. I believe everyone will be progressive and courageous enough in as much as we could rightly adapt in this time of crisis. I myself is a youth too, and I want to share that vision to everybody. And if I will given a chance to be the next Miss SGD Faces Ambassadress, I implement a program such as workshop on how to build self-esteem, how to be a better and stronger youth for this generation. And as advocate the youth empowerment, I will be able to educate the youth and become a good role model, but not just a model, but a model with a heart. Thank you.
Good evening, Chanel P. Thompson, representing Zamboanga City. As what our national hero, Dr. Sturgill states, that the youths are the hope of our nation, and this strong beliefs inspires many young Filipinos to impart and contribute themselves for the betterment of our country. They say that the youths are too young to speak, act, and make a move for the nation. But we youths have the ability to speak for what is right and act accordingly to what is just. Youth empowerment is a process that encourages children and young people to take necessary action. They fulfill this first by acknowledging their situation and then taking action to strengthen their access to opportunity and transform their awareness through their beliefs, values, and attitudes. Since we are now in the era of modernization and most of our youths have an access to any social media platform, this will serve us as a weapon to voice out our thoughts and opinions with certain issues concerning our lives. We youths are empowered in a way where all of us are very vocal when it comes to issues concerning the government, community, and the alarming issues that we are also affected. It is also important that as a youth, we are mindful of what's right and wrong, and we are free to raise our concern, but in moderation, and we should be accountable to it. We must think before we click. In this way, we are able to uphold the rights and make a difference not just for ourselves, but for the nation as a whole. In order to empower youths of today, it is vital to educate young minds and provide an avenue of opportunity for the youths to gain a sense of competence or fulfillment as an outcome of arising to a challenge, assisting young people in identifying their personal strength and potential, and help youth develop confidence and a sense of agency in order to influence one's own future. I believe by empowering youth, we are able to significantly reduce poverty rate. The development of skills is one of the keys by empowering the youth. When a youth is equipped, he or she can use to feed themselves and help others and even invest for future use thereby assisting the nation economically. To be the next SGD faces, it is very important that as a youth we are mindful and as a youth it is very important that as a youth it is very important that you possess a great attitude, skills, and characters, and is confident enough to make a difference and be a good role model to one and all. And I believe I am her. Thank you.
It was lovely to see the advocacies of our candidates. Now stay tuned because we will be right back after this break. was very inspiring to have the candidates show us what they are made of. It is certain that they may have touched some of the hearts of the audience. And now I would like to get your comments on their advocacy videos. My dear judges, let us hear it from Miss Desiree, Miss Anne, Miss Via, and Miss Desley. Miss Desiree, would you like to go first? Your comments on the advocacy videos, please.
I would like to start at preteens. Preteens, si San Fabian, Pangasinan. I love the way she talks about her advocacy and yung content, yung nilalaman, sobrang malaman talaga and very confident siya magsalita. And gusto ko yung mga advocacy niya, sobrang dami pero feel ko magagawa niya yon as a preteen pa lang siya. And para naman sa teens, ang pinaka-bet ko na advocacy is yung kay number 8, contestant number 8, si Olongapo City. Yung damit niya, ang ganda bukod doon. And syempre, yung content, yung nilalaman ng kanyang advocacy, sobrang ganda talaga and sobrang malaman. She talked about depression, mental illness, and bullying na talaga namang nangyayari sa ating panahon ngayon.
That is true. Thank you so much. Miss Anne, would you like to give your comments on the advocacy videos of our candidates?
Ayun, so super hirap kasi ang gagaling nilang lahat. Pero umpisahan ko sa teen. I like that they mentioned about mental health. Camp 7, Baguio City and Olongapo City, they mentioned about depression and mental health. Because now in real life, that's the big issue na hindi masyado pinagtutuunan ng pansin. The fact that mental health is the most important sa lahat. We can't grow, we can't do tasks for school or sa work man yan kapag tayo ay mentally unstable. So that's why we really need to let everyone know the importance of mental health and how to take care of it. So for preteen is si Dizon Subdivision, Baguio City. She mentioned about women empowerment. And that's the current issue sa women these days na dahil sa pagpatuloy ng pagtaas ng standard ng mga tao, lalo sa physical na kaanyuan, maraming babae ang nadadown at kinamumuhian ng kanilang sarili. Kaya dapat talaga na kahit tayo mismo mga babae ang nagtutulungan at nag-i-spread or nag-appreciate sa bawat isa. Yun lang. Thank you so much.
That was very inspiring. It really is very considerate of our candidates to touch up on serious topics that actual people struggle through. So I would like to hear it from Miss Via. Your comments on the candidates' advocacy videos.
Thank you. For the advocacy, I can say that first of all, I just want to congratulate all the models for this advocacy because it is not easy to have some ideas and give some advocacy at the young age, especially the preteens and also our teens. And masasabi ko lang is meron talagang models na nag-improve and nag-level up sa part na to, which is yun yung pinaka-gusto ko, and I will not mention them because we will see if sino talaga ang karapat-dapat na manalo and be part of this SGD Ambassadress. And I just want to say that silang lahat is magagaling and knowledgeable, but meron lang tayong medyo tabingin na dapat kailangan pang i-improve. But maaral naman yun if sa susunod and maging part ng SGD Ambassadress. And that's all. Congratulations.
Yes, I agree. All of our candidates have definitely worked hard on this contest. Now, Ms. Desley, would you like to give your comments on the advocacy videos of our candidates?
Yes. Na-amaze ako sa mga preteens natin kasi though, syempre, galing sa mga parents nila siguro yung mga yung content nila, pero the way they speak, parang talagang aware na sila sa nangyayari sa society. So, doon ako nabibilib sa mga batang. Kumbaga, may concern at may alam na sa nangyayari sa mundo. So, natutuwa ako sa kanila kasi talagang ano sila parang may gusto silang ipakita o iparating. Kumbaga, hindi natin kasi makikita sa ngayon kung sino talaga ang modelo with a good heart kasi hindi pa natin sila totally kilala. Pero the way na magsalita or na confidence na pinapakita nila, doon nakikita na natin na meron talagang umaangat. So, I appreciate talaga din yung mga parents nila. Sobrang full support and todo ang effort. Nakakatuwa. Hindi ko na din ma-mention kung sino yung mga umangat or ano, pero lahat para sa akin is deserve nila talaga na talaga ngayon ay umangat talaga lahat. Yun lang at thank you very much.
It's true that our preteen candidates are very aware of what's happening around them, and even though they're still young, they want to do something about it. They want to help society and create a better place for other people. So our dear candidates have put so much effort into their participation for this pageant. They are all certainly such beautiful and inspiring individuals. I know you have your early favorites already, and I have just a few more questions for our dear judges. Now, I would like to know if the candidates exceeded your expectations for tonight. Please tell me something about it. Just a short review without having to name any of the candidates. Via, would you like to answer first?
So yes, totoo po na yung expectations ko is abot ng some models na which is nag-looking forward na ako. And I'm so happy that yung expectations ko is naabot nila, and let's see kasi ang effort nila is makikita sa score na binigay ko sa kanila.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your answer. Okay, I would like to ask Miss Desiree, for you, what are the characteristics of someone who deserves to be the grand winner?
Syempre yung characteristic ng magiging ng mananalo dito is dapat talaga kung anong advocacy nila at kung anong ipinakita nila dito sa tonight ay sana mas mahigitan pa nila yung gagawin nila pag nanalo na sila as ambassadress, kasi syempre we selected her as a winner, so sana kung manalo man ang isa sa kanila, deserve niya yon, and sana mas mahigitan niya pa kung ano ina-expect namin ng mga judges. Yun lang.
It's true. So I think that's like, it follows the saying that actions speak louder than words. So the winner really does have to act out her advocacy, you know. All right. So I have a question for our dear chairman of the board, Miss Marian. Do you have any tips or a message of encouragement to our candidates?
Okay, thank you Miss Julie Danka. Konting tips lang para sa ating mga candidates or para sa mga gusto pang sumali sa mga ganitong klaseng patimpalak. Una, yung tiwala sa sarili, kailangan nandyan yan, yung kumpiyansa, yung confidence, wag mawawala. Lagi lang tayo magtiwala sa sarili natin, higit sa lahat ay sa Panginoon dahil siya yung nagbibigay ng talento na meron tayo ngayon. At yung pagdating sa mga segment na pinapagawa or challenge na pinapagawa ng isang management or pageant, kailangan ibabagay natin talaga yung mga rampa, runway walk or mga any runway walk sa segment na or sa suot na ipapasuot sa atin ng isang contest. So yun lang. Thank you Miss Julie Danka.
Alright, thank you. Thank you so much, judges. Now, I'm sure you are all excited for we are about to announce the special and minor awards. So let's get on with the video. Thank you again, judges.